This is the welcome home screen of the Jasp software. It is an open source project with a structural support from the University of Amsterdam. The first step that we are going to do is to import our data from the Excel that we used to encode our data set. But remember, the Jasp software as of this time cannot successfully import an Excel file. So you need to save your data set in a .csv format. Again, you need to save the data set in a .csv format or comma separated value file type. The first step that you are going to do to import the data set is to click the three bars on the left side of the screen. So here you click and then you click open, click computer, and click browse. In this case, you need to remember where did you save your data set. So click browse, click your data. Remember, this data is encoded using an Excel, but this is saved in a .csv format file type because the software as of this time cannot successfully import a data set that is saved in an Excel file format. Click open, and here you have witnessed that we have successfully imported our data set. So if you doubt that other softwares already have several buttons on the topmost portion of the screen, all you have to do is to click the plus sign. The plus button will give you the signal to click all these icons. These are the other tools, statistical tools that can be used to maximize the potential of this software in doing data analytics. So the first step that we are going to do is to explore the potential of the software to run for descriptive analysis. So probably we can do frequency, mean, mode, median, and standard deviation. We can also do graphs using the Jasp software. So all you have to do is to click descriptives. And then, for example, we are going to click on how many of the respondents in your research are willing to get vaccinated. So you have here the variable willingness that you want to graph. So for you to graph this variable here, you can click plot. You click plot and then you can use pie chart. You can also use distribution plots if you want. So let us try these distribution plots. So here, as you can see, we have the numbers of those who are willing to get vaccinated and those who are not willing to get vaccinated. However, we want to have a more comprehensive picture on the presentation of our data. So probably we can dissect our data in terms of program. So when we go back to our data set, we have here for MLS students, pharmacy, biology. So if you want to dissect the presentation of the distribution plot in terms of program, this is simple. All you have to do is to click program and then you drag it in the split box. Once you drag it in the split box, you will be given the result of the analysis for three graphs showing the result of the program on how many of their students or respondents for biology willing to get vaccinated and those who are not willing to get vaccinated. So this is the simple presentation of the data. However, in the presentation of the research paper for these descriptive statistics, we can also show a simple frequency table. So if you are not into the presentation of the data using these graphs, you can also click the frequency tables. And the moment you click the frequency tables, you have here the tabular equivalent on these graphs that you have analyzed using or presenting in a distribution plot format. So this is the result of a simple frequency table for willingness of respondents to get vaccinated in terms of program. So for biology, not willing, we have 9, and for those who are willing, we have 15 for MLS and pharmacy. So again, if you want to create a simple presentation of the data as a whole, not dissected or categorized in terms of program, so you just remove program in the split box And there you can have the result of the analysis already. So for those who are willing to get vaccinated, you have 48 or 64.865%. And for those who are not willing to get vaccinated, you have 26 or 35.135. Again, this is a simple presentation on how to create a distribution plot and a simple frequency table on your data. You also have here a series of options that you want to use aside from interval plots, QQ plots, pie charts, and others. Depending on the type of the data set, you can also explore these icons or buttons here to present descriptively the result of your analysis. So for example, if we want to determine the average trust of the respondents on vaccine benefit, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then you want to get the average trust of the respondents on the benefit of vaccine. So all you have to do is to click, and instead of getting the frequency, you can have a frequency presentation if you want. You can also uncheck this distribution plots if you don't want to present the data in terms of tables or distribution plots. So this is the result of the analysis in terms of frequency. However, we would like also to present our data either in terms of average in mean. So this is automatic. You have here 3.946 with a minimum of 1 and a maximum of 5. And on the average, their trust on vaccine benefit is 3.9. However, there are other researchers or students who would like to present the data in terms of median, because probably there are several outliers that may influence the analysis of the data set. And mean is more sensitive to outliers. That is why some researchers or students opted to use median instead of using mean. So for you to do that, if you want to get the median score of the respondents on their level or their trust on vaccine benefit, you can click statistics and then you move this and click median. So with that, you already have the median score of 4.0. You can also click other descriptive statistics here. If you want to test the normality of the distribution, you have the Shapiro-Wilk test. If you want to compute for the standard error mean, if you want to compute for the range, the variance, the coefficient of variation, the interquartile range, the mode. So you can use these buttons here to capture or to compute the descriptive statistics on your result. Sometimes we also would like to check if there are outliers in our data set. And the simple presentation for that is a box plot. So let's try to create a box plot for trust. You drag the variable trust, you use this arrow, or you may directly transfer this into the variable box. And then in the plots button, you have here several options. We may try to click box plot. Again, box plot wants to show us a presentation of a data with or without the presence of outliers. So in this case, we have an outlier. There are respondents who rated a trust and vaccine benefit of 1. You may also try to visit that one in your data set. So again, this is a simple presentation of a box plot. If you're going to go back in our data, here we can check that respondent number 20, a pharmacy student, has a trust and vaccine benefit of 1. Yes, we also have here an MLS student and a biology student with a trust of vaccine benefit of 1. Again, this is just a hypothetical data to show only the potential of the Jasp software in running descriptive analysis.